Hey folks, I want to take just a couple of minutes to talk about how AI and how it won't save us and it might mislead us. So this is more of a cautionary post because of something that happened to me this morning for historians, educators, and all kinds of storytellers who are doing the kind of work that we're doing. And this is something that's becoming increasingly clear to me as I write my book on a resistance history of the United States, and I continue to engage writers and historians on the process of history storytelling today and talk more broadly in the media about what is at stake with these kind of things in our increasingly dangerous environment. Because we're in this moment, as all of you are perfectly aware, where history is being weaponized. It's being twisted to serve authoritarian aims. It's being stripped of its complexity and just repackaged to legitimize illegitimate claims to power and the expansion of it. That's the world we're working in as public historians and as truth tellers. And AI can't be trusted to help us do that work. Just this morning, I asked an AI, ChatGPT, to fact check a short piece I received about the Philadelphia Convention, the Constitutional Convention in 1787. I do this every now and then just to check AI so that when I'm engaging with people about it, particularly with students, but with all broader members of my community about it, then we actually know what we're talking about. But ChatGPT responded with confidence, as you might expect, and it corrected things that weren't wrong. It cited direct quotes as false. It contradicted primary sources that I know cold. And it made basic errors about who was where and when. John Adams was not in France. Jefferson was. And worse, it presented those errors not as guesses, but as fact. That's not a glitch. That's a systemic failure. And it's the kind that happens when a tool is trained to sound right instead of be right. That happens with people too, doesn't it? And in the hands of someone less familiar with the material or less skeptical of the tone or in more of a hurry, those mistakes wouldn't have been caught. That's what makes this dangerous. AI doesn't just hallucinate, it lies confidently. And if you're trying to counter disinformation, if you're doing real work in contested histories or political memory, then confident lies are the last thing you need. You want confident lies? Turn on the news. So let this be a caution to everyone doing this work. As historians, as educators, as digital storytellers, we are not immune to convenience. AI makes writing faster, it makes ideas flow, it enables us to organize them in ways that sometimes helps us along the way. But if we lean on it too hard, we risk reinforcing the same problem we're trying to dismantle, a world in which the illusion of truth is more powerful than truth itself. And when we're in the point in which truth is resistance, this becomes a critical matter. The fight against disinformation isn't just about calling out the bad actors. It's about calling ourselves in too. We need to remember what we teach, how to source, how to verify, how to interpret, how to hold others accountable, how to think critically and communicate clearly, not just to get it right, but to make the stakes of accuracy visible to others. Because the people distorting history right now aren't doing it carelessly. They're doing it strategically. They know history grants legitimacy. They know bad facts can build real power. And if we don't hold the line on what's true, if we don't model the discipline it takes to get history right, then we're not resisting anything. We're just helping the story move faster. So use these tools if they help. But never without your own judgment, never without research, never without skepticism, and never as a replacement for the hard, necessary work of knowing what the hell you're talking about. Because in the end, AI isn't a solution to the crisis of disinformation. We are working together as a community of fidelity to the facts and accountability in the present.